Hi everyone, and a big Halloween welcome to Steve's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making some very simple Halloween biscuits. Click my subscribe button, get over to the channel and see the other Halloween recipes. Let's get on and make these biscuits. So the reason this is going to be such a simple recipe is we're going to start with ready-made biscuits. So just get yourself and buy some simple tea biscuits. These are called Marie biscuits, or any biscuit of your choice. And we're going to take these biscuits and change them to these biscuits. Now, in an earlier video you saw me make a royal icing. If you didn't do that, get over and have a look. I'm not going to make it now. It's made up from basically 250 grams or a couple of cups of powdered sugar and 1 egg white. And that's just mixed together. Now you can see that this has been a day or so put aside and it started to get too thick. Now to soften this back down, we're just going to use a little bit of warm water, but you really do need to use a small amount. So we're just going to put a few drops in there now. And then we'll use our knife and just mix that through until we get back to a smooth paste. Now be careful that you don't add too much water, guys. We're mixing this through to a fairly thick consistency, but runnier than the earlier icing that I made, because for icing cookies I prefer a slightly runnier icing. Now you see the peaks there now. When we shake the bowl, I want to see the icing start to flatten out. So see the peaks, little shake like that. And that's the sort of consistency we're looking for. Now I've divided the icing up into little pots of about 3 or 4 ounces, about 100 grams, and I'm just going to make different colours up. I'm going to show you here making the black because of all the colours this one is probably the most complex. You need a fairly strong black colouring, and we'll put a few drops. These are pretty strong food colouring, the Ameri colours. Now if you end up with a weaker food colouring, you have to add a lot more in. It will make your icing runnier, so you'll have to account for that. So I've got a few drops in there and I'm just going to thoroughly mix that through. So you'll probably end up with a very dark grey. Now don't worry about that because that will actually dry several shades darker and it's perfectly good enough for black icing. Now I've made these 3 colours, orange, black and white, and these are the colours I'm going to use. Just be creative. I may even make some more towards the end, but you know, make whatever colours you like. And I'm going to put these into the piping bags I made in that earlier video, so if you don't know how to make piping bags or you haven't got them, get over there and have a quick look. And once I've got the icing in the bag to the level that I want, and I've got the full 3 ounces in there, so I'm going to cut a little opening in the end of my piping bag. Now for the first style of cookie I want to show you, I'm just going to just hold the piping bag above the cookie and I'm going to pipe a flat surface onto this one. Now this is the magical thing, guys. We hold the piping bag just a tiny bit above the cookie and we'll get a nice straight outline. And we close the circle. Okay, and then I'm just going to pipe roughly, it doesn't have to be, left to right or round and round. We just want to roughly fill the circle. We made a little dam around the outside and now we just want to roughly fill the cookie area. They call this flooding. Okay, I'll just put a little bit extra in those gaps there. And we're not too worried about it being so smooth, because watch this, guys. Now you probably can't see that, but look, the surface of the cookie is completely going smooth. And if you get any little areas like that where there's a gap, you can just use a toothpick and just push it over to the side. Also pop any little bubbles and then shake again. And there you have a lovely smooth cookie. And we pop that aside to dry because I'm going to be piping a face onto this. But now I'm going to show you another method that we'll use where we're mixing colours together. So again, we're going to start by piping a fully flooded biscuit cookie. So again, we're going to ice a round circle first. Close it up, and then we're just going to flood fill the centre. We take the biscuit with the icing on and shake it till it's smooth. And then importantly, while it's still wet, while that icing is still wet, I'm just going to take my black and I'll just get it running. And I'm just going to try and pipe 3 or 4 circles over the top of the orange. Now I cut this nozzle a little bit too big, so it's a little thicker than I would have liked. Once you've got your circles piped on there, again we're going to shake it because we want that icing to flatten. It'll sort of sink into the orange icing. Okay, and then taking a toothpick, we're just going to go to the center and we're going to drag the design out. Just clean off between each drag. And again, another shake to flatten the icing where you've scraped it out. And there you have it, guys. There's a simple little Halloween spiderweb biscuit. We'll pop that over with the plain biscuit, which is drying on the side. Now, because I cut the nozzle of the black a little thicker than I wanted, I'll show you another variation of the design using the black as a background. Again, we shake the black to get it smooth. And this time I'm going to use the white. I have cut a nice thin nozzle on this one, and I'm going to pipe some circles with the white. And I've been able to get an extra circle in there because I've used a thinner pipe. And again, we're going to shake that so the white settles down into the black. And then we're going to take our toothpick again and just draw across it to get our cobweb design. And there you have it. We'll just shake that one again to flatten it. These are really great fun to make. And in a moment, I'm just going to sort of make that one look a little bit more fancy by putting a spider on there. So there you have it, guys. I have 3 different designs there. I've gone for an orange and white stripe on black. I've gone for the white on black and the original one you saw me do there as well. Which ones do you like, guys? Comments down below. So now that original orange plain cookie that we flooded is finished, I'll show you some of the things you can do with this. You can do almost anything with it, really, your designs. But I'm just going to... Now I have made another finer black. I'm just going to pipe the word boo onto this cookie. Then you might like to add some extra little designs. I've got the white here and I'm just going to pop some little white dots. So you can be as fancy or as plain as you like. An example of a much simpler design you could do, you could just pipe 8 little lines, maybe with a bend in them, and then just make a round body in the middle. Okay, and then we'll just pipe a little string, little spider's thread coming down the middle there. Little dots on there for eyes, 1 and 2. So you could keep it as simple as that, guys, or the more complex designs like these ones. An extra little idea you could do on your cookies is when you've done your spiderweb cookies and they've set, and remember they do have to set, we're going to pipe 8 little legs on here and a little orange body I don't know if you can see that, so you've got a little spider on there as well, which is kind of cool. There you have it, some really simple to make cookies. It'll have you the talk of the town, whether you go for the simple little design, little spider on a cookie like this, and you can use any shape or any flavour of cookie that you want. Hope you have some fun with this, guys. What trick-or-treater wouldn't be happy to see that little bowl of treats when they call round at your house? So have fun with this one, guys. Get over to my channel and check out the other videos. I'll put a subscription button here for those of you that aren't subscribed already. There's loads of other Halloween videos coming up, and there's some there already. Be good. I'll see you in the next video. Hi, and a big welcome to Steve's Kitchen, a big Halloween welcome to Steve's Kitchen. I managed to get the pumpkin. That's me, and that's the pumpkin. Anyway, guys, they are really expensive. I don't know if you guys have been ripped off in the shops, but these things are so expensive. So let's have some fun with them. Get the kids involved, enjoy. We're going to not only make a wonderful Halloween jack-o'-lantern carving out of this, but we're going to make some wonderful things with what's inside.